that experts can identify what's creative and what's not. Because if everybody disagrees about what is creative and what's not creative, I can't write something to learn that.
Get ready for Critique Week. You're going to hear some interesting arguments on crit panels about what constitutes risk-taking and not. Any other questions from people? I just have one question for you. I was fascinated by the video you showed of the car being parallel parked. I've been very challenged recently by the winter because I failed to clean out my garage and I have to park my car on the street, and I wish I had a computer program to tell me where would be the spot I would be least likely to get stuck in. So I guess my question is about how AI research in the what I would call the academic community impacts commercial projects. And I don't know if you're familiar with this documentary, Who Killed the Electric Car, but it's basically a documentary that shows that technology existed to make an electric car long ago, but manufacturers decided it was better for us to consume fossil fuel and buy the same old thing. So my question is, the kind of technology that's being used that enables people to perfectly park a car, why aren't we using that now? Why isn't that available? Why aren't commercial airliners being flown by computers? I mean, they are to some extent, but I was just curious if you could make some comments on how you see academic research informing or influencing, shaping what's available commercially.
So speaking for the Jeopardy project, we would not have been successful without academic research, not at all. And that's because they tell people, academic research determines what techniques are successful, determines how to model problems for us. They also provide tools. Hopefully we help them as well. After the Jeopardy thing, we got a lot of thanks from other people in the community because they're like, finally I can explain what I do to my mom or my neighbor. So there's definitely a friendly relationship there. Typically what I've seen on at least the industry projects I've been associated with has been that what can happen in industry is you can actually invest in things like making a framework so everybody can plug in. There's still no good open source question answering project in the world. And if one happens, I think it probably will be IBM Watson. And there's no reason why that couldn't have been at academic institutions, but there's just different incentives in that there's much more of an incentive to come up with a technique and publish about the technique than there is to build a framework that people can plug into. So that's what I've really enjoyed about industry.